All right, y'all, let's take this hot rod for a ride. There it is, first gear. So Royal Enfield Bear is kind of the do-everything bike. The Interceptor, which an Enfield Bear is an Interceptor, is a bike. It'll do it. Just you can do anything with one of those things. And this is the 2.0 version of a Interceptor. I'm coming this way for a reason. Can you see that Harley K model right there? I rode that yesterday. It was a real treat. That's the whole reason I rode back here. Again, the one kicked it. I got it to go in one kick yesterday. Look at that thing go. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's chase it down. Now we'll give him a little room. He's test driving it. Anyway, back to the this bike. 57.5 inch wheelbase. I think that's 1470 millimeters, 1460, 1470 millimeters. Oh, so smooth. I love it. I love it. Beautiful, just beautiful. Fabulous. Nobody behind us. Let's do a little figure eight right here. This is a bike set up for touring. It's got bags on the back and a trunk. Look at that. I love it. Absolutely. Look at that. Am I gonna get the dirt? Yeah, just a little bit. Oh yeah, beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Over yonder, just behind that house, is Bigfoot Hill. If you ever make your way to the mighty metropolis, make sure you check that out. Welcome to fabulous South Morning. Wahoo! I own a Bear, much like this one, green frame and everything. I've got about 6,000, I don't know, 100, 6,200 miles on it. It's one of my favorite bikes. I've been driving it for the last, 3 days, 2 or 3 days. And it's just been an absolute hoot of a bike. Next year I'm going to try to make it on some long trips. I took it on a 1,500 mile ride last spring. What a smooth machine. Very smooth power. Excellent clutch. The transmission, the 6-speed transmission and the 648cc engine on this bike, they have like a symbiotic relationship. They just work so well together, you know. I just love this thing. I call this the bridge test. Y'all are starting to think I'm just like driving around in circles, huh? Well, I do. Anyway, the transmission, it's always in the right gear, you know. Plenty of torque. .42 foot-pounds of torque. I think that is 57 Newton meters. I believe it is. 47 horsepower. Next time y'all make it to the mighty metropolis of Marnie, make sure you stop right here at the Derailed Grill. Rather absolutely fabulous Wahoo burger, my gosh. It's a fun motorcycle. Very smooth shifting. Engines are just a treat. Very premium finish on these. They really, you know, they really do it right. That yellow pickup right there has got Randy Baxter in it. That's the famous yellow Ford. That, of course, is Baxter Cycle on the right. All kinds of bikes there today. Ducati, Harleys, all kinds of stuff. Parked out front, that is. Again, the Interceptor is one of the funnest bikes to ride. This has a 190/19 on the front. I think it's a 140/70 17 on the rear. I think that's what it is. That's Motorcycle Park on the right. We'll end up there in a minute. The absolute absolute hoot of a bike to run. Just fun, fun, fun. Speaking of fun, I better simmer down a little bit. We got a lot of pea gravel here. They did they redid the roads here in the mighty metropolis, and they used a lot of pea gravel when they did that for some reason. So this iteration of the Interceptor has a smoother engine, I believe. They've done something with the mapping to make it run better, smoother. I'm taking nothing away from the old Interceptors. Those are fabulous machines. Let's take a look at the looking glass right here. There we are. Look at that thing. Check that out, huh? What a thing of beauty, huh? Gorgeous, gorgeous. I like it. And you can go over a curb with it. Let's run down to Motorcycle Park. We'll take a good look at this thing. It's got a 2-in-1 exhaust, pipe on the right side, of course. Spin the tire at will on that loose gravel. It's a great bike. Like I said, the Interceptor is just plain old fun to ride, you know. And you can tour on it. This one's set up for touring. I borrowed one I think it was maybe the year before. Actually, I did it twice. I went out to Wyoming one time and out to South Dakota another time. And just had a ball on it. You know, 3-day trips both time, went camping. Had all my gear on it. Went at the car hinge in Alliance, Nebraska. That's really cool. They got a campground right next to it. Literally right next to it. I can look out my tent and see the cars. Like Stonehenge, but with with cars. The ground was a little soft back there. All right, my friends. Let's take a closer look at this hot rod. Wahoo! Sweet little ride around town. Look this thing over. So this is not a factory bike. This is a Jeremy custom Baxter Cycle Works kind of a thing. I don't know if this qualifies to fit for that, but they've set it up for touring. It's got Royal Enfield side bags. The side mount bags are made for the bike. Got this rig on the back. Got the box. I've got one of those in my Himalayan, my Super Himalayan. And it's not supposed to be waterproof, but mine has never leaked. Loads of room in there, and it does. You can pull it off. There's a little lever in the bottom you use. I like it, and you can put stickers on it. It's a fun bike, fun box. These, I don't know how many liters these are. 20 maybe. I'm not sure what it says, but they are Royal Enfield branded. He's got Royal Enfield knee pads that he's added. Different number plate. That is silver now. The 2-in-1 exhaust, as we talked about. Aluminum wheels. You know, it's got the 320 millimeter disc on the front with the dual piston bibrake calipers. I think it's 5.1 inches of travel. That's 130 millimeters. Upside down forks with the little covers over them. The fender, it's a shorty with an add-on, so you can take the add-on off if you want. It's got the radiator, the oil cooler guard on there. That's a good looking guard, isn't it? I like that. I like that. Headlight guard, little fly screen, hand guards. These are specific to the Bear. I have a Bear of my own. I might have to end up with a pair of those. I've been waiting for a good set like that, but you know, we'll have to see what happens there. Got the bash guard right there. Just all kinds of another bag right here. Just all kinds of goodies on there. Just look that thing over. All kinds of, you know, so this is a different, the Bear does not come with this tank. This Bear, you've noticed, has a green frame. And the Eddie Mulder Special comes with the green frame, the 249 model. So that's what this started out as. They put this in on there. It's got the green on the tank, the black to match everything else, the black engine, the black sides, everything is black. You know, they've added all the, you know, the black up here, really tying it all together. I think the seat is stock. These are my Noru gloves. They're several years old now. Let's get those out of the way for you. The bike is a 648cc parallel twin, air-cooled, oil-cooled, single overhead cam, you know, 4 valves per cylinder, 47 horsepower. I think this one makes 42 foot-pounds of torque, which is 57 newton meters. Chain drive, of course, 6-speed transmission. On the rear, it's got a 270 millimeter disc with a single piston Vibri caliper. I believe it's 4.5 inches of travel on the rear, which is about 109 millimeters. The back tire is a 17, I think. If I can spot the numbers, I'll read them off. It is a 17. It's a 140/80 17 on the rear, and I think the front is a 190/19. And that's I took mine out to you know, this one's set up for touring. Of course, mine was set up for touring. I had bags on mine when this happened. We went out to Moab, Onion Road or something like that, when we took a wrong turn and ended up in this hideaway canyon and ended up going up baby heads and stair steps. And the bike was way too high geared, so I had to really race to get up the hills. And the bike did it. You know, we did 15 miles, 4 hours, and pounding the snot out of the thing, and it came through it okay. You know, I dropped it twice, once on the right and once on the left, and I think I broke the levers is all that I did. A couple days later, we were on Gypsum Road, and I low-sided the bike and ripped the bag off the one side. But you know, no motorcycle damage. That's the incredible thing, other than the handle, the levers broke. But other than that, it was, you know, a very tough motorcycle, very tough bike indeed. They make all kinds of aftermarkets for this, like if you wanted a full pipe system, if you wanted a Fuel X, you know, I think they even make cams for this model. Yes, they do. They make cams, Fuel X, they make a different intake system if you want, you know, the throttle bodies. I don't know if anybody's ever gone to that extent, but, you know, so there's lots of upgrading you can do to this model. I like it just the way it is. You know, the bikes from the factory are very smooth running. I kept saying that when I was riding this one. I rode an Interceptor yesterday called Shaken Not Stirred. It was a Baxter Custom Works bike. That one has a belt drive. I don't know if you can put a belt drive on this one. That one had a belt drive, and I think it had S&S pipes, and it just ran so well, you know, and so does this one. It just runs so well, you know. Just a great machine. They really, you know, Jeremy's done this one right. I like this a lot. What would I do? I would probably put a tank bag on it. I ride a lot, and I'm used to a tank bag, so that's something I would add. I don't think I'd add anything else. I don't even think I'd put a bag on the back. They have these new Royal Enfield duffels. I should have brought one of those with. And they're a 45 liter. They're branded Royal Enfield. They come in green and they come in black. And you know, I have a duffel that I use on my bike. Mine's a Rhino Walk 45 liter, and that has worked fabulous for traveling. So that might be the only other thing I would add. But with these side bags, you may not need it. So what do you think? What do y'all think of this thing, huh? MRF tires. I have 6,300 miles, 61, 62, something like that on the back of mine. And it's not wore out yet, but it's very close. And, you know, same obviously in the front. The front's still good. I have not changed the brake pads. I haven't had to do any mechanical work other than adjust the chain, change the oil. It's ready for another oil change, mine is. And we'll have to adjust the valves at 6,000, I think. You know, check them at least, see how that goes. They're fabulous machines, fabulous machines. Now, if y'all are interested in a bike like this, a new or used Royal Enfield Triumph Classic British bike of any type, need parts, accessories, thingamajigs, doodads, gloves, helmets, jackets, socks, underwear, pants, anything at all, get yourself over to Baxter Cycle in the mighty metropolis of Marnie. Marnie is a little town off exit 51 on I-80, has about 120 people, maybe 100 to 120 people, let's say. And they are the largest Royal Enfield dealer in America right now. So the last couple of years. So, you know, come down and visit. They got Bigfoot Hill. They got the Wahoo Burger down at the Derailed Grill. They've got Motorcycle Park where we're at right now. You can camp down here. Certain times of the year, this whole park is just full of motorcycles. You know, it's a anyway. Get yourself down here. Get off the couch. Get out of the easy chair. Get down here and check it out. Or go to Baxtercycle.com. Tell them Fuzzy Biker from Motorcycle Park sent you. Anyway, back to get off that couch. Get out of the easy chair. Get out there and live life, my friend. It's a beautiful day. Get out and live it. Wahoo! That's the guy. That's the guy that owns it. Oh, that's the dude.
You gotta make sure to keep the grease side down.
Wahoo! Vermont? Wahoo! Wahoo! Wahoo, Alaska!